Two-Time Stock Lady Joe, and today is August the 29th, 2017. It is a Tuesday, and today we got Raw Results of August 28th, and my cat's being Dumbo. August 28th, ladies and gentlemen, was a pretty good Raw. I thought it was a pretty good Raw, because ladies and gentlemen, really good things that happen here. We got a new champion, and we have another contender to the Intercontinental title of the Intercontinental title next week on Raw. So, ladies and gentlemen, The Miz was in the ring first, and he was supposed to talk, but he got interrupted by the general manager, Kurt Angle. He says, "You're right. There was disrespect. You didn't defend your title at SummerSlam." So they're going to have a battle royal. I think it was like a 15-minute battle royal, something like that, or 20, something. I don't know. I forgot what the number was. But whoever wins next week will be the one versus The Miz for the Intercontinental title. There was some great wrestlers that I thought they will win the match. Not the Big Show. He's too big, and you know everybody. They're going to gang up on him and throw him out, but I thought Finn Balor might win it. Jason Jordan, maybe Miz Taraj, but no, ladies and gentlemen, the last three, the last couple of guys was the Miz Taraj. They eliminate everybody out of this ring. They eliminate Batista. They do this weird move, pick them up and they toss them out of the ring. I don't know why I have my phone with me. But they toss him on the ring, and then, ladies and gentlemen, didn't really work out so well for the people, for the Miz Taraj, because they got eliminated by Jason Jordan, and Elias was going to eliminate Jason Jordan, but Jason Jordan eliminated Elias, and who won the match was Jeff Hardy. He eliminated Jason Jordan, and now he is going for the Intercontinental Championship once again next week on Raw. That's what's happening on next week on Raw. But this week, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what else we have in my special notes. And we have the Cruiserweights. We have the Cruiserweights between Noam Dar versus the debut of the Cruiserweight division. He did make his debut on 205 Live, but as wrestling, he is debuting as a wrestler in 205 Live as the Cruiserweights, Enzo Amore versus Noam Dar. It was a pretty good match, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, Enzo won a match by pinfall. Not by somebody breaking their legs. I mean by pinfall. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to talk about the tag team division. We're going to talk about the tag team division. We had multiple tag teams trying to take the tag team titles away from Cesaro and Sheamus, but one team did at SummerSlam was Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I am so happy that they're still a tag team and still the Raw Tag Team Champions. But ladies and gentlemen, last night's Raw, we had Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. It was a pretty decent match. But after an uppercut and the distraction of Sheamus, the winner of that match was Cesaro. And then we had a challenge from Sheamus saying he wants to verse Dean Ambrose. And after a distraction of Seth Rollins and attack by Seth Rollins with his knee and the Dirty Deeds, Dean Ambrose won that. But remember, there will be a rematch between those four, maybe at No Mercy. But speaking of No Mercy, there was a match added at No Mercy, and there was a lot of, it's like a rap battle, but a lot of diss between Roman Reigns and John Cena. Cena had the same thing when he was versing the top guys in SummerSlam and Battleground. He had it with Rusev. It wasn't really a big rivalry, right? It wasn't a big rivalry. They stopped the rivalry after the pay-per-view, after Battleground. And they had a little slight of rivalry between Cena and Baron Corbin when Corbin lost the Money in the Bank because of Cena. But that ended after SummerSlam. Right after SummerSlam, it ended because Cena went to Raw. Now, I don't know how long this feud is going to be between Cena and Roman Reigns is, but ladies and gentlemen, right after SummerSlam, John Cena made his return to Raw and wanted to have a match with Roman Reigns. We're going to have that at No Mercy. Cena been dissing Roman Reigns. I don't remember what he said, and I don't remember what Roman Reigns says, but I do remember what John Cena said to Roman, that he is a wannabe John Cena because Vince McMahon wants another guy to bury people, and Roman Reigns says there's only one guy he couldn't bury, and that's him. Now, I remember those things, but there was a lot of this. Even the fans like, ooh, and they were talking about heel turns. They were talking about the crowd. But ladies and gentlemen, after they signed the contract, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows came and interrupted the contract signing. And Kurt Angle put in a tag team match between Cena and Roman Reigns versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I believe John Cena and Roman Reigns won the match. I thought it was a little boring because we seen it last week when John Cena and Roman Reigns versus The Miz Taraj. It's like, seriously, why are you putting them in a whole bunch of tag team matches together? What kind of feud is this? And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the commentary table for one night only because they're in his hometown in Memphis. Jerry the King Lawler, man, I miss hearing that guy's voice as a commentary because he's one of the greatest. When he said, what? When he does it, I can't do it, but I love when he does it. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty cool. Our main event is a women's match. We're going to do two of them because the women's match, and we're talking about the women's matches. Well, speaking of women's matches, we have two matches of the women's. One, we had Emma versus Mickie James. They made a little deal. If Mickie lost, because Miss Emma is really obsessed of Twitter, she said she will tweet anything that Emma wants. But if Emma lost, Emma needs to stop saying that she began the women's revolution. It was a fast match because the winner of that match was Emma. I wonder what Mickie James has to tweet. I hope they say something on Monday Night Raw next week. Seeing what does she have to tweet, what Emma wants to tweet. I hope you'll find that on Raw. I hope they didn't just do it now. I hope they do it on Monday Night Raw. Now, speaking of the main event and the championship match between Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks. Alexa Bliss says Sasha Banks does not have a record of defending her title successful. She never, ever defended her title successful and retained it when she has the championship. She wins the title, and when she defends the title, she loses. What I mean by that, she beats Charlotte, and then she loses back to Charlotte on the next time when she has to defend it. Did it happen again? It was a decent match. It wasn't a really pretty good match. Well, I think it was pretty good, but it was a decent match. It was back and forth, big statement, and whatever Alexa Bliss does. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Alexa Bliss. We have a new Raw's Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. I believe she's a two-time Raw Women's Champion, and I believe she's a two-time SmackDown Women's Champion. They're pushing her really big. Ladies and gentlemen. I think that's what's happening. Nia Jax came out. If you remember with the Evolution, when Triple H put the thumbs up for Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was on the shoulders of Batista, and he went down, he put his thumbs down, and he fell. That kind of happened to Alexa Bliss, but there was no Triple H or anyone else doing the thumbs up or down. They were celebrating. Alexa Bliss went on the turnbuckle, and Miss Nia Jax put her on the shoulders, and then she drops her, and that's the end of that. And ladies and gentlemen, she holds the women's title, saying that she's going to win that women's title soon. Maybe at No Mercy, because who's going to be the number contender? It might be Sasha Banks, because she does get a rematch clause that's in her contract. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have for you guys on Monday Night Raw. It was a pretty awesome Monday Night Raw. Hope next week Monday Night Raw will be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it today. I said that twice. But if you guys didn't see my video yesterday, I did talk about multiple stuff. Talk about why am I doing YouTube and who am I doing it for. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for you guys. And I made a promise to you guys. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I want you guys to watch the video. So watch the video and watch the promise I said. You guys might like it if I break one promise. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did like the video, hit the like button. Hit it, like it, dislike it, doesn't matter. Hit the comment below, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw of yourself. I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. And ladies and gentlemen, remember that subscribe button is red. That means you're not subscribed to the channel. Hit it to make it gray and hit the bell icon. Make sure there's a sound waves on there because it tells you that you're notified every time I upload a video, because I do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday, and Saturdays. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. Ta-da! Out!